My name is Darby Killian. I'm a junior, and I've been in RA. This is my second year. My major is event planning and professional creative industries, so double major. So I went to the RA interest meeting my freshman year. I have amazing RAs my freshman year. They were super. I don't know, I feel like I went to a lot, which helped, but they were super intentional and playing really fun events and got to know me personally. And so I really admired them a lot, and they're the ones that encouraged me to go to it. RA has just always interested me just because it gives you a platform to impact people that you wouldn't have otherwise. Plus, being an event planning major, I was I love planning events, and it gives me an opportunity to do that and get some experience in that. But yeah, so it's just the kind of leadership position that would draw my interest. And my RAs also talked about how it gave them the opportunity to create an experience for incoming freshmen or at any level of college that they didn't get to have. And so being able to create that for other people, what I would want as a student, was just a cool opportunity.
What is something you're still learning about being an RA?
Oh, there's a lot. I feel like there is one job that you're never gonna get it all right at. One thing that I've learned a lot this year is how to rely on other people. I think I take a lot on myself and try to make sure I meet with every girl in the building, everyone feels seen. But ultimately, you have partners for a reason. It's not just on me or even just on the RAs. We have RSs, we have CGLs, so learning to be dependent sometimes and delegate. And hey, this girl seems to be struggling. Let's one of us meet with her, but it doesn't always have to be me. So learning how to use other people and work in a team versus just individually is something I'm still working on, but has learned a lot this year.
What decisions has God helped you with while being an RA?
I would like to think every decision. I try to be prayerful in a lot of things throughout RA, especially if it is something that's substantial and is going to impact girls in my building and things. But I think in moments of stress and high intensity situations or emergencies on the building. Luckily, I haven't had to deal with too many, but there's a lot of thinking on your feet. So I think preparing well, because sometimes you don't always have the time to stop and ask for an opinion or even think and pray in the moment, but preparing well for situations, I think is important. And I think my intentional prayer life each morning and things, and talking to God, especially if I know I'm going to meet with a girl and she has a lot going on. Okay, God, how can I impact her? How can this be a beyond surface level conversation? How can something I say or questions I ask or my intentionality impact her later on? So I don't know. I guess just praying and preparing before situations so that you can use the Lord's guidance in that. I feel like there's a lot of, in building a community, it's so much give and take. It's definitely a two-way street of I can do a lot of things that might work for some people but don't work for others. And I think getting girls or just people in general to buy into what you're trying to create, just like with anything, it's difficult. And especially with East, I feel like there can be a tendency to, if you don't want community, if you don't want to be intentional about that, it's easy to, you have two doors to hide behind instead of one, on a hall. And so I think just getting people to want that, and for me to set a standard of this is what leadership is like, this is what hall events are like, you should want to do this too or whatever, and be seen, be noticed. I mean, there's different outlets that people can do that other than hall events and hall leadership and things, but creating something that people want to be a part of is definitely a challenge. So next year's my senior year, so I just have one year left on campus, which is sad, but I wouldn't want to do it any other way. I've enjoyed this. Obviously, it is my third semester now doing RA, and scholarship is helpful, but I also enjoy being able to meet a lot of people and impact people, so I plan on doing it the same next year. So.